Hi, thank you for joining. My name is Crystal Olivarria, and I'm the founder and CEO of Career Conversationalist. And parents hire me to help their child transition successfully from school to the workforce. And today we're here to continue on with our mini series regarding finance your kids' college education with $27. And today our topic is how to find scholarships in 10 minutes. In regards to what this is, it's about having a system in place so it makes it easy so your child knows exactly what he or she needs to do so he or she can get it done quickly. And the reason why this is so important is because your child is busy with school, sports, extracurricular activities. Your child definitely wants to have a social life. Um, and certainly, your child doesn't want to make a lot of time for extra stuff like finding scholarships. And so if you can get it done in 10 minutes a day, then your child's more likely to get it done because it's less of a time commitment, it's easy, and then your child's also going to see progress, and then your child's going to want to stay committed to the process. And when your child's committed, that means you're going to see bigger long-term results and a transformation and outcome of your kid finding a lot of scholarships and having a list to apply to. So today, what I want to talk about is get used to setting time aside for other activities. And the reason why this 10 minutes a day is really good is because it gets your child in the habit. So in the beginning, your child will look for scholarships. And then after your child has a list of scholarships, your child's already used to setting that time aside. Your child can pivot and move to other things. So then it could be 10 minutes a day applying for scholarships. And it could be, taking 10 minutes to fill out an application. It could be 10 minutes answering the essay questions. It could be taking 10 minutes to reach out to someone and asking them for a letter of recommendation, or taking 10 minutes to find out, how do I get my high school transcript so that I can submit it for this application. So the important thing is getting your child into the habit of taking 10 minutes a day to do other things. And this will have a long-term payout to afford scholarships, but then your child, as your child progresses, can use it for other things such as 10 minutes a day for thinking about, what college am I going to go to? What career do I want to major in? What's going to be a good fit for me? Your child can start using it for personal development. But because your child's in that habit, it's just easier to move on to other activities. So that's why it's important. And then in regards to it's easy to start and maintain, 10 minutes is much easier than some of these other things. So 10 minutes a day in the beginning, your child might be like, I got this busy day. Let me just squeeze it in real quick before I go to bed. But then as your child starts thinking about it, it's like, oh, okay, well, maybe I can do it when I first come home from school because I'm tired from school and I don't want to work on homework right away. Or, let me just do it as I'm eating a snack and think about, okay, like what is it I need to do, and just kind of decompress for a little bit. 10 minutes, it's easy enough to fit around in your child's schedule because your child's like, oh, well, I might have this awkward time gap because maybe sports practice was delayed or is starting a little late because the coach has XYZ going on. Maybe I can just do it now. So it's really easy for your child to fit it into their schedule and then to continue it. The other point is that 10 minutes is a lot easier than 60 minutes for other activities. Like, yes, you want your child involved in extracurricular activities, but a lot of times these activities are scheduled in 60-minute chunks, and it can be really hard, even if your child does want to participate, to fit it into their schedule. And I know for me personally, it's been easier for me to maintain things when it's a 10-minute challenge versus a 60-minute challenge. One of the things that I like to use as an example is losing weight. I used to be 180 pounds. I'm currently just hovering around 150, and I signed up for a program where it's 10 minutes a day working out Monday through Saturday. And for me, it's much easier to commit to that 10-minute workout than it is for me to commit to an hour workout time of let me change, let me drive to the gym, let me, do all this other stuff. So for me, it's personally transformed my life. Um, so I can see that's why I'm excited about 10-minute challenges. They do make a difference and they're easier to commit to. So again, 10 minutes versus 60 minutes, super easy to commit to. So the other thing is a 10-minute challenge. This is my favorite. It eliminates excuses because a lot of times the number one excuse people say is, I'm too busy. I don't have time in my schedule to fit 10 minutes into it if it's going to give you the results you want. Especially with something like scholarships, you're talking about thousands of dollars potentially. to earn thousands of dollars, that's something that your child is not going to be able to do very easily with a job. Pay hundreds of dollars working lots of hours because your child's just starting out. So, especially if your child's babysitting or working a minimum wage job, just trying to get started, a lot of times I hear kids say they want to work, they want to be productive, they're worried about paying for school. And yes, it's great. I want to encourage your child to work and save money for college. But the reality is, scholarships can pay a lot more when your child wins them when you look at the amount of time that's spent versus the results and the outcome. And I say that with caution because a kid just randomly going out and applying to scholarships is going to have a huge learning curve and might fail forward really fast and might not get back up just because they failed so hard. But if you give them a system to use and teach them this is a system, this is what you do, this is how you use it, we're going to only show you the best tips and tricks to commit. And it eliminates all the excuses that your child might have about helping to afford, um, helping to basically pay their own way through college. And it's really good for them to start learning how to take charge of their own life. And they're going to feel good about helping to pay for college. It's going to be a really big self-esteem booster. So I just want to say, what would your life look like if your child did set aside 10 minutes a day to look for scholarships? What would your life look like if you knew that your child would have scholarships to apply to, your child was excited and committed to the process? What would it do to your ability to afford college? Would you need to worry about taking out parent loans or maybe tapping into your savings retirement plan? How would you feel if you knew there was an option that you could close the gap between what college costs and what what you have available to pay for it? How great would life be? And that's why I have my special invitation to you. It's a special invitation for a 30-day challenge called the Scholarship Challenge that can be found at thescholarshipchallenge.com. That is currently for the low price of $27. And what it is a parent came up to me and said that, Crystal, my biggest concern is my child's busy playing sports and has a lot of AP classes and doesn't have a lot of time. Can you teach my child how to get scholarships in 10 minutes a day so that in 30 days my child has a list of scholarships to apply to? It's like, absolutely, I can do that. And I really like the idea of a challenge because people are used to challenges, especially if they want to get a lot of results really quickly. I see it a lot in the weight loss industry to get this 30-day challenge, 20-day challenge. So I thought this would be a great opportunity. But even more than that, it's also designed for you as a parent to spend 5 minutes a day or less and to learn about the financial aid process. And it's designed to teach you what to expect, so it reduces your anxiety and you also understand what you can do to help your family potentially earn or win, be awarded more money in terms of financial aid. I know when I applied for scholarships and financial aid, certainly my family at the time made too much money. So my mom talked to her CPA and did some really smart things. So I was able to qualify for more financial aid. I'll be sharing this more specifics about my story in the challenge, but I want you to know that there are things you can do. I know a lot of times people think that scholarships are only for those who are in financial need, and there is help available for the working class, especially parents who are married, both have college degrees, college educated. They think sometimes that there's not a lot of help for the middle class, and that's why this challenge is really important. There are things that can be done, and I want you to know what your options are and what's available to you. So again, that's why I encourage you to enroll your family in the Scholarship Challenge at thescholarshipchallenge.com. And right now the price is at $27. And I'm doing this because I want your feedback. I want you to go through the program and let me know what you think and see what kind of questions you have so that I can go through it, update it, and make it better for people who will be going through it at a later date and will be paying the full price. So to encourage you to take action now, there is a bonus. And the bonus is to meet two experts, Daniel Hertzberg from Accelerated Educational Solution and Dan Everett from College Money Pro. Both of these gentlemen are wonderful. They've helped thousands of families and they both specialize in areas that are a little different. Dan specializes, he works with families of all income levels, but I have found that a lot of parents who are middle class think that there is no help for him, tend to be ideal um, to work with him and ask him questions because sometimes they believe it's not possible, and he's really good at that. So he certainly can answer a lot of those questions. And then Daniel is really good with academic scholarships and helping students understand and parents understand that process of academic scholarships and giving it really helps kids understand why school is important as far as getting the good grades and how spending that extra time studying can be worth thousands of dollars in paying for college tuition. But you really need to understand the process and how to leverage that time that your child's already spending studying. So they're both wonderful people. I'm thinking about doing a webinar, and perhaps you can submit your questions early. This way I can see what questions parents have that are coming up the most frequently and maybe turn that into like a frequently asked questions page or handout or resource for families going through the challenge in the future. But I certainly do want to reward you for taking action. And I know your family is different from other families, the opportunity to go ahead and ask your questions. So, as far as the bonus and the deadline, it's November 21st, 2017 at 11:59 Pacific Standard Time. So I certainly encourage you to take action now so you can get the bonus. And then just as a reminder, you can go now to thescholarshipchallenge.com. So please go now and transform your family's ability to pay for college. Thank you so much, and I look forward to our paths crossing again soon.